At Eastbourne Borough's Borough Means Business Lunch in April, participants had the chance to question Parliamentary Candidate Stephen Lloyd and Caroline Ansell. Here's how they responded to a question about what qualities sets them apart.
Thanks, it's a good question, and we do agree on a lot of things. I think the way the two council groups have worked together the last few years is a tribute to David Tutt and David Elkin. I think that's a really important thing to make. To be fair, I don't think either Caroline or I are partisan politicians, which is nice. So politics is a tough business, and sometimes you've got to roll your sleeves up. But actually, I enjoy having an opponent who I think is a similarly big tent politician. I also think if I lose and Caroline wins, she'll be a fine MP. I've got no hesitation about that at all. So what really sets us apart? The most important thing is my record shows is I know how to drive business and lead it. And a lot of people can say they can do that. A lot of people can take it from a book and even say that the party can do certain things. And yes, it can. But I know from my record, whether everyone likes me here or not, I know you know that I can make that work. And I know that you know I simply will not let Eastbourne rest. I just won't. And I don't care if it's a Tory business leader, a Liberal business leader, a Labour business leader, a UKIP business leader, I don't care. Once the election's over, if I'm the MP, it's going to be exactly as it has been the last 5 years. The politics is sorted, the big tent goes in the centre of Eastbourne, and I go, okay folks, let's get together, let's keep working in the direction of travel that we've been doing the last 5 years, and let's insist that we put Eastbourne first, because my record shows I always have put Eastbourne first above party politics. The advantage of getting elected at my age, and this isn't a crack at Caroline, I'm talking generally in politics, I'll let you into a secret, I'm too old to become Prime Minister. I'm too old to become party leader, I'm 57 years old. And yet I'm a driven, ambitious guy. I know that. But because of my age, I'm too old to climb the political ladder. So that means all the drive and all the ego I've got and all the ambition I've got, I am pouring into Eastbourne. Now, obviously, not everyone's going to agree with what I'm pouring into Eastbourne. I understand that. But I know that you know that all that energy is boof. Because of the very fact, curiously, we were talking about it earlier, my age actually means that I'm bizarrely freed from the ego bit of wanting to be king of the castle. That's not me being pious. Trust me. If I could be king of the castle, I would. So that's how God works in mysterious ways. And so that basically means everything's going to go into Eastbourne and will continue in exactly the way as it was before. And I've got years of experience of how to do that, whether I'm negotiating with Legal and General when there was a wobble with the council, or whether I'm introducing an SME to a different bank manager because I think they should get a loan. So experience, energy, and absolute focus. Thank you.
But I'm not sure Stephen's completely identified what distinguishes us or differentiates us. Because in terms of putting Eastbourne first, that's me too. In terms of a record of driving business and driving investment in the town, that's me likewise. But one of the reasons why we are so lined up in terms of our campaign priorities, like the Save the DGH campaign, where we've walked side by side, is because that's what matters to Eastbourne. So we're both squarely in that place. What I am bringing additionally, or differently, is where Stephen and Stephen's party would mean a greater chance of the demented Labour sort of decisions and a Labour government. Obviously, as your Conservative candidate, then voting for me increases the likelihood of David Cameron as Prime Minister and sees off the threat of the Scottish nationalists in Westminster, because I think they've made it very clear that they have ambitions. Nicola Sturgeon's already said, we will be the backbone to a Labour government, and there will then be more borrowing and more spending, and more borrowing and more spending. And I think as a country, we are making some painful decisions around creating a new future that is based on earning and making and exporting and saving. And that's how we're going to secure this more prosperous future for ourselves and for our children. So I think it's not locally where there is huge differentiation. I'm passionate about the town, and I know Stephen is too. But it's that bigger picture, because even though you are electing a local MP, every local vote is driving towards an outcome that is David Cameron or Ed Miliband.